So guys, I'm super excited. Week 2 is here. So what we're doing this week, we're learning what the index finger from the right hand is doing. We're touching, pressing it, make a tone with it. Then the left hand, how to move your hand actually into the fretboard so that you have a nice touch, nice understanding how to get the left hand, the basics right. And then we will learn the notes on the guitar. Where are the notes, how to understand, where to find them, and then making a little exercise with it. So let's just start with index finger. So let's go and let's look here from this angle here. If you go down, yeah, the same thing, you have touch. So what you're doing, you're holding your posture. Only one finger, so you're not stretching any finger out. Keep and maintain the form from the right hand, okay? So now you're going up. Same thing, get a touch, get a feel how the finger sits. So now press it down and rest on the other string. You're coming in and you rest on the B string. You're playing the E string, and you're playing and you're getting the sensation. What's a touch? You are flexible but firm. So now you're going down. Try to hit. So now you're going on the B string, you're doing the same thing, and you're resting on the G string. And going through all the strings. You can see how my hand is not changing. My fingers behind, my arm folds into the string, my finger is pressing it, flexible, and I'm releasing it. So get a sensation for this. You can do this with every finger. You do that with the middle finger. Yeah, but stay in the beginning with the index finger. And the main thing we're looking for is the touch, the tone, and the posture. Touch, tone, and posture. TTP. Touch, tone, and posture. Just made it up. TTP. That's all. When it helps. Touch, tone, posture. Okay? Really important. Right hand. Get the sensation for. That is the next. We learned the thumb motion. Yeah, with the posture to move the thumb. Includes the posture. And the finger is now doing this. Posture is the same like this. And when I'm doing the thumb motion with the posture, I don't need to hold it here. That's only to recap. Remember, if you place all fingers on one string, yes, gives you the posture. So now you're going out from guitar, away from the strings, and then you place the finger, and I'm maintaining my posture. So I can now play with the finger. In the moment we're resting, it's called a rest stroke, because we're resting after touch with the finger on the next string. Playing the E string, resting on the B string. So here we have no rest, just plucking it, but we're going in a certain location with the finger. So, but what maintains is a form that helps you to develop the right hand feel, so how your guitar hand will develop. Okay, that's it. I think you got this. No? No, one more time. Touching it, form, TTP. Touch, tone, posture. The left hand is introduced. And what we want to do and what we want to understand, recap how we sit, really important, right? So then we have the left hand. So we have an angle from here where you can see, so where's my thumb sitting when I'm doing this? Okay? So when we have the thumb sitting here, the first thing you want to do is find the location. There is no angle coming in from here that you adding here some angle. So what we want to do, so when we are sitting down and we don't do anything with the arm, we're coming up with the arm to the guitar. Okay? So when we're going here, there is nothing changed for my hand form and position. I'm not going because now I'm lifting my arm and having some weird hand form, posture, a thumb sitting there, shoulder is going up or something. You're completely relaxed, you're sitting there, you're going into posture. So now the arm is hanging, so arm is going up. So when you see here, so let's say I'm gripping it here now, gripping it here later. What is the thumb doing? It's also not building any tension or getting in some locking posture. Just relaxed, coming up. So now, the first thing I want to do is, we're going in the fifth position here. Okay? So first thing, the hand stays neutral here. Nice, no fingering, tilting, or even the right hand because you're doing something on the left hand. That's all. You're all aware and you're conscious about what your body is doing. So you're coming in, so, and you're sitting here. So now, when you have this, you pull the finger first. It's like a little anchor. The hand fingers are curved, and this is like a little anchor. So when you see here on the top, so you see when I'm pulling it, the thumb goes away. It's not so that I'm going in there in some form and then start to squeeze something. You don't want this. Feel the touch from the finger, how much fingertip is on it. So, and then you're creating a light pull here. So now when you pull, so a pull, squeeze a little bit. So, and then we're going with the finger, index finger, and we're pressing with the index finger, pressing this down. So the right hand's the same thing. So both hands are neutral. It's not building up tension because now I'm doing something here and the neck is even coming out, right? So just saying because I see it. So now pull and pressing. Okay? So now the next thing is you want to do is get a feeling for this. So now you're going up on the B string, same thing, you're going up, you're maintaining the form. So when you see from this angle here, you see when I'm pulling here, there is no build up tension here. The thumb is sitting in the same way. It's like if you hold a pig, where's your thumb in relation to the finger? You know, it's on the same level. So if you have this, it's the same. Angle is different, but it's the same. So if you're now pulling it, thumb is behind the finger. So same thing. So now I'm going out. So when I'm going out, just try to exercise this. That you're going and you're moving both fingers like you're clamping. You can see it here properly. So you're clamping. Make this exercise, go in and out on the same string. It's only to get a realization. Later on you don't need to do this, right? But now, pull. The arm is like you're pulling the guitar over. Yeah? Because you're holding it here, you will not pull the whole fretboard over, but it is an energy coming in from here, and then it's like pull and squeeze. So, and then I go through the strings. Going to the A string, to the D string, G, B. Remember what was the phrase? Eager apes don't get bored easily. So many apes in my lifetime. Ape get bored? No. So, okay, the same thing here. So try, so finger one. So what we're doing actually, the exercise is index and index finger are doing the exercise. So now I can really focus because I'm not confusing my brain using all fingers, certain fingers, alternating fingers. Here's index finger and here is index finger. So, and the first thing you want to do, how is the touch? Are you maintaining the posture? The posture is right. Okay, so the next thing, you're doing this with all fingers. Now the second finger is doing. Left hand, remember, finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. So it's my dog. Don't worry about it. So he's fine. He's just dreaming. Yeah, that's how it sounds. He's 14 years old, chasing some rabbits or so. Yeah. So finger 2 goes up, doing the same thing. So, and then you're doing it with the third finger. I mean, that's life, right? You can't get the fingers in position and my dog is dreaming. Okay, third finger is on the same with the fourth finger. So what happened is if you use all fingers, now you're learning independency. Finger 1, independent, is able to move up and down. Finger 2 is able to move up and down. Again, when you want to turn the whole thing, go over all strings. So and then you're doing with this third finger. Each finger has a little position. I'm only pressing one finger. Not having all fingers in place. I want to get a sensation. What is one finger needing to do with the right touch? There's a motion out. So if you want to go a little bit further out, so feel the motion coming out and in with one finger. So and you will see that is a challenge for you. So I don't want to confuse my brain. So I use one finger here. So later on we can combine different fingers, but in the moment we're practicing one finger after another. So even if I have the third finger, my thumb stays, when you see it here, from the upper angle, so I'm balancing my form now that I'm supporting the second finger. You can see how my fingers, when I'm doing this exercise, sitting not here down. Yeah? So that's what the most beginners will do. They don't have an understanding. This section here sits under the fret. I have a gap here. Right here, when you're coming in, there's a gap. So again, if wrong would be somebody has finger wrong and you see your parts here. So what you want to see is that this is covered from the neck. This section is covered from the neck. The hand is curved when you're doing it. The fingers sitting over. So when we're using the fourth finger, they all sitting over the fourth finger. I'm not being under here. I'm trying to do this. I'm tilting this a little bit over. So this is now where the center goes more towards the fourth finger. Okay, so that's enough information. So get comfortable to come into position. So what you recognize, are you still in shape? Is the posture right? And then how are you moving this and how you synchronize these two fingers, index finger and index finger, to come together into the location. And it looks easier than it is. Okay, bravo! You're on the right track now. Who knows the left hand, how it works? That is the beginning to the later on do. This shape is already this shape. Genius, absolute genius. comes on this idea? Me. Okay. Probably a little bit overstated, but just a cool exercise. Thank you. Okay, so one thing what's really important now, getting the right notes on the fretboard. So the first thing we're learning, so we have an E string. So remember, I'm telling you now, so how you are understanding what the notes are, you need only to understand the beginning of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Easy to remember, everyone knows the alphabet. So now what you need to know is if you have an E string, that's the first note we have, E. So from there is the alphabet. The alphabet goes from E now. Next note is F, G, and then we have starting A, B, C, D, E. Starting on the E, then is F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So now how to find this on the fretboard? So we have two special situations. E and F is a half step. So we call a half step when we go from one location to the next location. Half step. If you have a whole step, we jump. Whole step is jumping. Whole step, whole step, whole step is always jumping over the next. Half step means we're going from one fret to another. First fret, second, third, and so on. So if you have now two locations, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, there are two locations where you have half steps, the rest would be whole step. So that means from E and F is a half step. So when we have an open string, half step is the first fret. We're not jumping, so we're going from open string to the first fret is a half step. E, F. From F to G, we have a whole step. F, G is a whole step. We jump. So now from G to A is a whole step. Okay? So now we are on A. What is the next note? A, B is the next note. B, A to B. Again, is a whole step. We jump. We are here. So now we have B. The next note is C. And we have between B and C a half step. Okay? So now we're going from C to D is a whole step, from D to E is a whole step. So we have two sections in the A, B, C, D, E, F, G where it half sets. It's between E and F and B and C. So if you have E, F, whole step G, whole step A, whole step B, half step C, whole step to D, and whole step to E. So this is how you identify the notes. So the exercise is, you say E. What's the next note? Alphabet. F. Whole or half step? Half step. You go here. Next note is what? G. F and G, the jump from F to G is what? Whole or half step? Half step. No, it's not. Because it's half step is between E and F. Between F and G is whole step. So you identify you are in some location, you are here with the first finger, so you're using first finger and first finger to go through this exercise. Here is E, here is G. What's the next note? After G, we're starting in the alphabet. We go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts again. We are now here, A. So G and A, whole step. Next note is what? A, B, between A and B. Whole or half step, whole step, jumping. B, next note is what? C, whole or half step, next. C to D, whole step, D to E, whole step. That's enough. You learning now, in the first week, on the second week, you're learning the notes here. So now you're doing the exercise together. You're starting here. Posture. First finger is now hitting the F. First finger is now hitting the G. First finger is now hitting the A. First finger is hitting the B. And the C, the D, and the E. So you're doing now two things together. Yeah? Hitting, synchronizing finger. Moving the hand here around. And learning the notes E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Here's where we stop on the first fret. This is what we call one octave. So this week is already, again, if you're not engaging, so you're coming next week and you have trouble to get all these things together. So what most likely will happen, you not find the notes, you're going out of posture, you're sitting wrong, and then you're playing D. As you tell me how many mistakes in this whole thing. Write in the comment section.